Your friendly neighborhood Somali pirate, Ilhan Omar, is caught up in all of the scandals that you see today. From fraud tourism, where people were coming in from other states to set up a daycare center and like an adult daycare center or like a Medicaid care clinic or something where they could get government money. This started with her and her Meals Act in Congress that she introduced. This little scrawny, ugly ET character looking freak used our laws against us. That is what they do. They do not assimilate, they dominate. She has used this racist Islamophobia and all of these white supremacists and all these stupid labels to keep herself protected in Congress. Let me tell you something. This goes out to Republican members of Congress. You already have a very low rating. Democrats is less than 20%. I think like around 15, 16%, because people are sick of your shit and your no action. Okay. This was the worst session of Congress in history for getting things done. You haven't done much. Kat Kamik was on Dave Rubin the other night, and she said as much. She was very disappointed this session of Congress. They did not get much done in the way of legislation. Let's get back to Ilhan Omar. ET phone home. Oh, God. This little disgusting thing. So let me go back to the Meals Act that she pushed in Congress. So got that passed. They did all this and started getting that money. And now it brings me back to, interesting. I know here in Colorado, Jared Polis, the cosplaying so-called governor, sued some childcare agency to hurry up and rush along the process of universal pre-K in Colorado. Ooh, y'all bastards do nothing but steal. So Ilhan Omar got the Meals Act passed, did all that, and now that Nick Shirley exposed, thank you, Nick, all of this fraud, massive, like, you cannot, don't gaslight people. This is extreme fraud. Billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions just gone, poof, gone. American taxpayers will never see it again. But this bitch better be expelled from Congress. I think Randy Fine, Congressman Randy Fine, is working on legislation. It better pass. It better pass. Y'all already, some of you retarded so-called Republicans kept Ilhan Omar from getting kicked off of very vital committees, and trying to protect her. But were you protecting yourselves? Because now I'm questioning that shit. Now, I'm already finding what could be fraud in Colorado thanks to Andrew Torba. And now it's a bunch of databases set up so that you can be a Nick Shirley. You can investigate in your state or anywhere else. Ilhan Omar has been part of this Feeding Our Future scam. She is the linchpin. Her working with Keith Ellison, working with Tim Walz. Tim Walz was a feature, not a bug, when it came to Kamala Harris, the Hindu Horus, choosing him as a running mate. She saw the massive fraud in Minnesota and she was like, "Woo, yeah, definitely need what you got with your butt plugs and all." So Ilhan Omar, Feeding Our Future. You got her Meals Act, which was the gateway for all of these child care centers, the Medicaid fraud. She let me tell you something. We better not see any result from Congress after when the next session starts, except that ugly bitch needs to be expelled. That's just a start. I don't want to have to go through 34 committees. I don't want it to be up for 27 votes. Get her out! If an American citizen, a real one, she's not. If an American citizen, she's a foreign tether. She is what FBAs call a tether. She's a damn tether. She's a useless ass tether. If we go into Walmart and steal a damn a space heater to keep warm, American citizens go clank clank, you're going to jail. This bitch has been the linchpin to start billions of dollars in fraud of taxpayer money. Literally, they just stealing money. How did this little funny looking hoe, how did she get here from Mogadishu wearing nothing but a damn pair of sandals and a head covering? How did she get here with absolutely nothing? And now somehow on paper, she has a net worth of $30-40 million. No products. She doesn't sell
Pays to be a crook.
Any products. Well, I don't know. She doesn't have any storefronts, nothing on eBay, nothing on Amazon, nothing, no company, no manufacturing, no nothing. Somehow she just by osmosis, she's just rich. Come on, man. Republican members of Congress, you better get this hoe out of Congress. And I mean, quick, fast, in a hurry. Immediately. We don't want to hear nothing. There's no, racism, sexism, phobicism, Islamicism. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Until these investigations conclude, she needs to be out. She does not get to sit there and point fingers at American citizens whom she hates when she comes from the Horn of Africa, where it's nothing but fraud and Somali pirates. There's a reason why that's a term. It's actually a real thing. We want her out, nothing less. You have been forewarned. You want to keep that seat now, don't you?
Amen. So, yeah, the left's losing it on this. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to be going right past the New Year as it comes in. I'm going to be going over to that. But in the meantime, I'm going to play some of these things on the whole Somalia stealing. Here we go. Both the left and the right.
My entire FYP.
Some of the left are trying to defend this. Unbelievable.
Today has been Nick Shirley, Somalis, and daycare fraud in Minnesota. And now it's starting to slowly transition to Ohio and similar fraud. And I keep commenting in comment sections, but I'm just going to make a video now that this similar fraud happens here in Massachusetts. I used to work for early intervention, and when I had an appointment to service a child who went to a daycare that received vouchers, I was never let in 100% of the time. Never let in. I was either not let in or no one would come to the door. And then since I didn't service that child, I did not get paid for my time because early intervention is part of the Department of Public Health. And there was one time when someone from a daycare that received vouchers did actually come to the door, and they told me that the child wasn't there. So then I had to contact the parent, and the parent assured me that they dropped their child off that morning, but I wasn't let in. So similar fraud happens probably across the country, but I know for a fact from working for early intervention that it does happen in Massachusetts as well.
That's not comforting. You see him on the left defending this. It's unbelievable. Here's one of their ministers coming up defending Ilhar Omar.
xildhibaan ilhaan cumar oo magaca Soomaaliya qalin dahab ah ku qortay qadiyadda ilhaan ma aha qadiyad ilhaan ma aha qadiyad Minnesota ma aha qadiyad reer Mareykan qadiyadda ilhaan waa qadiyad Soomaaliyeed.
She was part of the lynch pin with Tampon Tim getting all that money there.
guusha ilhaan waa guusha Soomaaliyeed waxayna noo ximbaarsan tahay macno weyn. aniga oo ku hadlaya magaca dadka Soomaaliyeed oo dhan meel walba ay joogaan waxaan idinka codsanayaa inaad hiil iyo hool la garab istaagtaan ku taageertaan codkiina dariskiina saaxiibadiin cid walba ood garanaysaan aad u sheegtaan inay soo baxaan si ay ilhaan ugu codeeyaan albaab walbana aad u garaacdaan sidii dib loogu dooran lahaa ballanteenu waa maxay ballanteenu waa inaad garab iyo gaashaan u noqotaan xildhibaan ilhaan oo aad mar kale dibi doorataan idinkoo isku duuban oo ul iyo diira mar kale mahadsanidin allah idin barakeeyo Soomaaliya ha noolaato
I bet you if there's an election today, she'd win again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me go with this one next.
We go back to the state of Minnesota, where what was once reported as a $1 billion fraud scandal has turned into so much more.
Among the $18 billion, I know you said it's a significant amount that is fraud. Is it a majority? Is it up to half? How much of it is legitimate?
You know, I don't make these generalizations in a hasty way. So when I say a significant amount, I'm talking in the order of half or more.
That was first U.S. Assistant Attorney Joe Thompson, who's leading the investigation into this bombshell Minnesota fraud scandal. And as we talk about this, and these numbers sound more and more crazy and abstract, one thing that we want to make sure that we highlight is the real world implications for people. Obviously, losing $9 billion or more of tax dollars is crazy and terrible, but it also is taking away access to services to people who actually need them. Here's a representative of Minnesota's disabilities community.
600,000 disability people in the state of Minnesota that could suffer. And sadly, it's quite interesting that we have Governor Walz speaking in front of the state and saying that this fraud is nothing but the side. But my people are done suffering.
One thing that we talked about in the DOGE efforts, but also later in the Big Beautiful Bill efforts to cut fraud, waste, and abuse in programs like Medicaid, is it's not just a numbers issue. It's not just abstract billions here, abstract billions there. It's the fact that when you have these services full of fraud, waste, and abuse, whether it is able-bodied men or whether it is just simply false applicants in the program, it makes it more difficult for people who actually need services to get it. And so as investigations into Tim Walz's mishandling of this, Attorney General Keith Ellison's
I will be popping over to the
everybody else who is involved in this continue to come to light. You need to understand those real world consequences for people, and also look at every Democrat in Washington who attacked those efforts to cut fraud, waste, and abuse in Medicare and Medicaid that would have found things like this.
Yep. I don't know. That something makes me worry that they'll get away with it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
What would you say to Nick Shirley, the YouTuber, if he was standing in front of you right now?
I have nothing against him himself, but I do have something against the rhetoric. It's if you're going to be a journalist, just have a moral compass. Like, do what you do correctly. If you catch business that are fraud, no one here is...
Look at, they hadn't fixed the sign yet, but then in later videos, you'll see that they added the N.
With that, or we don't support that as a community. I don't support that myself. I was born and raised here. I'm not for fraud. Like the notion that
they are
a certain batch of
they're getting rich off from it.
So all of them support it. It's like no one. If in any community, any mishaps that happen, the rest of the community obviously doesn't want that to happen. It's a stain on all of our names, as you guys can see. We don't want that to happen. We don't take part in that. We don't like that. We don't want that in our communities. But just to say, hey, a certain company got caught, so they must all do it. And I feel like that's what he's doing. I'm not a fan of that.
2 to 10 p.m. may not be your
Why is there
daycare hours.
Even in their own state, there's been so many investigations into this and fines and stuff like that. And
can you explain why it is
the reason for that is
how can such a small area have hundreds of daycares, a lot of them in the same building?
We're after school hours. So most of our clients, not most of our clients, all of our clients is after school hours. So schools earliest dismissal would be 2:15 to 2:30ish. And the latest dismissal would be up to like 4:30ish, 4:40ish. So that's when our kids come to us. We don't have anyone in the morning.
Happy New Year, everyone. I'll be getting over to the countdown as we get close to the top of the hour.
10 p.m.
This is Eastern time.
Once again, I'd like to conclude. The U-tour that was making the claims.
Right about 40
you were here earlier
minutes.
today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not going to make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing from his front. Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it. He told me, hey, just get off our property. You can record. No, he's not here.
Yeah, they called cops on him. That's what they did. They're trying to cover up for all the money they've been stealing.
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
No, not that I know of. I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all.
So right now we are in front of the Great Minds Learning Academy. This is one of the many daycare centers, learning centers here in Columbus, Ohio that are associated with the Somali community. As you know,
now this one's in Columbus, Ohio. They're doing the same damn thing.
Nick Shirley put out a bombshell report about all these fraudulent daycare facilities in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we wanted to come out to Columbus, Ohio and investigate what might be going on in the second largest Somali community in the United States of America. So this place here is the first place we're going to knock, and we're going to see if anybody picks up or answers the door. Let's see. So it's locked. We're ringing the doorbell here. Knocking on the door. Nobody's picking up. So we're not sure what the hell's going on here, but we're gonna get out of here. Now there's somebody over there. How you doing, sir? I'm sure you see the reports over the weekend about all the daycare centers in Minnesota. We just wanted to see what was going on. Did you know anything about this place here?
It's a daycare center owned by Somalians and stuff like that.
Do you ever see any kids there?
No, because they use the back door, so I won't know if they is.
They use the back door?
Yeah, I've never seen nobody come in here, but they use the back door.
But have you ever seen any kid? You live around here?
Yeah, on this building right here.
Oh, you're in this building?
Yeah.
You're in this building too? Let me ask you, have you ever seen any kids in this place here?
Not that I know of. They use the back, so I've never seen nobody come out the front.
You've never seen anybody over there?
No, not at all.
I just seen it, the building itself. I've never seen nobody come out the building or go in the building.
So we came to the back, just like those guys suggested, and there's nothing here. You know, we can keep poking around, but there's so many of these centers to go to. We're just getting started. So we're gonna go around the city. We're gonna go to a few more of these places. We're gonna see if we can get anybody to talk to us. Stay tuned.
Next one, here's Tampon Tim trying to use the racism card.
When we do better, we all do better. And the idea is of working together, lifting all boats, it works. And
lining all your pockets.
So one vote majority continued to pass those things all the way down. The last one on the thing is we had a racist flag. So we got a new flag in Minnesota and got rid of it. So it mattered.
Yep. Did I play this?
Order for the scheme to work, the daycare centers need to sign up low-income families that qualify for child care assistance funding. These surveillance videos are from a case prosecuted by Hennepin County. They show parents checking their kids into a center only to leave with them a few minutes later. Sometimes no children would show up. But either way, the center would bill the state for a full day of child care. This video from that same case shows a man handing out envelopes of what are believed to be kickback payments to parents who are in on the fraud.
Where was the money going? I don't know exactly where it went, but it...
Yep, a ton of that going on.
We have just reported you to the police, okay?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not...
Watch this guy. He's going after him for actually catching him, really.
Breaking any laws.
You are racist.
I'm not.
Huh?
I'm just asking, is this a child care center?
I know who you are.
Okay, is this a child care center?
You are terrorist.
I'm a what?
Terrorist. Oh, I got the wrong screen.
I'm a what? Did you say I'm a terrorist?
You are racist. I know who you are, fucking guy.
We are here at the Bonatti Child Care 2 LLC on Cleveland Ave in Columbus, Ohio at 5 p.m. on a weekday.
See, it's happening in other places too.
That they are open from 6:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday. And, it's 5 p.m. right now, and we'll knock on the door and see if anyone's actually here. Doesn't look like there's anyone that would be here. Certainly not a place that I would want my children, if I had kids, to be. We'll wait a couple more seconds, maybe give it another knock. Don't hear anything, no cars, and it's 5 p.m., so there would be, you would think, lots of pickups going on if this were actually a active childcare center. There is a camera right there, right up there, you see. So they do have some sort of activity going on. There's a boutique right next door, so with Arabic writing on it. There's someone looking through now the corner, so she just popped through. I don't know if she's going to come out or not. I didn't see any kids in there. Don't see any pickups going on. But there was a woman in there, so she did peek through, not opening the door. We'll wait another 10 seconds or so. We'll see. Don't believe they're going to be coming to the door, but there was someone peeking through right through that window, so there are people in there, or at least one person that we know of. Does not appear to be an actual daycare center, though, so should be some investigations going into this soon, hopefully. Hey, man, is this a child care center? Hey, is this a child care center?
Why are you recording?
I'm asking a question. Is this a child care center?
Why are you recording?
Is this a child care center?
No.
Stop
recording.
It's not a child. Why can't I record?
Stop recording. You're resisting. Why are you recording?
Because I'm curious if this is a child care center.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
No. Who's into you?
Me. I'm an independent person. I own my own company.
So you are a YouTuber, so you need social media.
I mean, I represent myself.
We have just reported you to the police, okay?
Okay, that's fine. I'm not breaking any laws.
You are resisting.
I'm not.
Huh?
I'm just asking, is this a child care center?
I know who you are.
Okay, is this a child care center?
You are a terrorist.
I'm a what?
Yeah.
No. I'm a what? Did you say I'm a terrorist?
You are resisting. I know who you are. Fucking guy.
You said I'm fucking gay, I guess? Is that what you just said? Are there any kids in there? Is this an actual child care center? Okay. Have a good one.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Jeez. They go right to racism right away.
Call us daily, faces all known. Same footsteps, same crack stone.
I think I'm going to save this and play it again.
Strangers drift where they don't belong. Eyes get heavy when the night runs on. Money talk whispers, hands move quick. Wrong kind of quiet, wrong kind of mix. Windows down, but the air goes cold. Everybody feel it when the story's told. Not on our block, nah, not on our block. Wrong gon' stop where the curve is sharp. Not on our block, lines stay locked. Not on our block. No sirens sing, no extra noise. Just rules that stick like oil and salt. Bills don't slide where the kids still play. Bad math don't balance this way. Word gets passed without a car. Streets remember who broke the law.
Stuff they can do with AI these days, I tell you.
Sun comes up, say face is back. Same crow, hell, no crack. Not on our block. No, not on our block. Don't move, stop with a curve is chalk. Not on our block. Line stay locked. Not on our block. Run stays firm, fence stays tight. If you're calling low, it's right.
It's pretty well made, I tell you. Pretty well made.
waanu la dagaalamaynaa ilaa iyo qof u dambeeya waxaan leeyahay reer laascaanood dagaalama waa jihaad fii sabiilillah maxaad doonaysaan aakhire maxaad la tagaysaan
Basically saying they're going to do this jihad and they're going to fight against America.
fula dhalay waa fulayo fula dhashay qofka maanta ka hadha jihaadkaas ee ka qayb geli waayo ilaahay adduunka ku cadaabo oo aakhiraha ku cadaabo qofka maanta wax xaqrada ee dhaqaale la hadha ee xoolo la hadha ee wax jeclaysta ilaahay adduunka ku cadaabo oo aakhiraha ku cadaabo waa jihaad weeye qoryaha waa la iibsadaa annaga ka hubiya lacag badan Ukraine baanu ka keenaynaa oo koonfurkaanu ka keenaynaa wallaahi waanu garaacaynaa oo meelkaadaanu aasaynaa.
They're not nice neighbors, aren't they?
So, you've heard the saying over and over about get your popcorn ready. Better get your popcorn ready now because we are in for one heck of a ride coming up here. You see, Kamala Harris, she didn't just pick Tim Walz out of thin air. She had a plan. See, it wasn't just to win this presidential election. Their plan was to extend their fraudulent operation that they've been running in Minnesota.
Yep.
Tim Walz took the Somali flag and emulated it and made the Minnesota flag almost exactly like it. And what's happened now is now we've got people in all these other blue states that are now investigating their own daycare centers and their own adult care centers. And they're finding the exact same thing is happening there.
Yep.
The fraud is going to be so massive, not just in Minnesota, but nationwide. It's going to be so rampant that they're not going to have any way to cover it up. And the military is going to be the only way. Woo! We've been hearing that for years. The military is the only way. Military tribunals 2026 is coming our way. I don't even know. I'm not even trying to smile. This is not good because of what they've done. But it's fan-freaking-tastic that we're finally going to see military tribunals. I've been actually praying for these since about 2019. I hope they're televised.
I hope so too. That's my friend Colleen.
And if you go back to the governor and his tweet that he put out on 10/20 of 2023, he said, quote, Minnesota's economy doesn't work without child care providers, so we're giving them a raise. We're providing $316 million in direct funding to boost pay for child care providers, all while building a stronger child care system for middle-class families. Learn more at mn.gov/DHS/partners, and many of the groups that were defrauding our government are listed in that governor's text and tweet right there.
Well, look, this is a story, number one, about fraud. It's about corruption. It's about political corruption. It is about an immigrant community, the Somali community, that came over and discovered American politicians willing to be partners with them, partners in robbing the taxpayers. The scale of this theft, it really boggles the mind. You're looking at a period of years where Minnesota spent $18 billion on Medicaid, and up to half of it, $9 billion, was fraudulent. One out of every $2 spent was stolen. And the absolute staggering brazenness of this really makes the jaw drop. But it also, there was a vicious and corrupt circle where Minnesota politicians, Democrats, shoveled money to these Somali fraudsters The Somali fraudsters made millions and even billions of dollars. They sent millions and even billions of dollars back to Somalia, back to Al-Shabaab, the Islamic terrorist group there. But they also gave thousands or even millions of dollars to Democrat politicians to get them elected. And in turn, they shoveled even more and more cash. The two joined together. It was like Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep. So even worse than you think. All right, here's my friend
hello,
Crystal.
everyone. My name is Crystal Myers-Barber. I would love to give you an update.
She's going to give us a bit of a warning about Islam trying to attack us. They're trying to attack us.
On what's happening with New Year's celebrations. Well, this is a tense time for globally for any celebration. As a matter of fact, there are cities around the world, Paris, Tokyo, Sydney, Monaco, that have canceled their fireworks and their street parties, saying the risk is simply too high. So here we are where people, cities that is, are canceling these celebrations out of fear, and law enforcement are bracing. They're bracing for explosions instead of fireworks. Well, here in the United States, law enforcement basically are saying that there's a real threat that has been stopped before it even happened. And this is what I want to show you is just some footage of this in case you didn't know about it or you didn't hear about it. Let's take a look at this. This is really major. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. And I also want to thank you for sharing this broadcast.
Well, the details of this are pretty wild, Nicole. We just heard from officials at the FBI field office in Los Angeles. They said that they had arrested 5 people total, 4 of whom were arrested while they were actually practicing and rehearsing this alleged terror plot. They're calling it a domestic terrorist organization that they have identified as the Turtle Island Liberation Front. And the plot was essentially on New Year's Eve to set off several explosive devices. This is what Attorney General Pam Bondi said here describing this group. She said it was a far-left, pro-Palestine, anti-government, anti-capitalist group. That is the Attorney General's words there directly. They allegedly were plotting to create these devices, these explosive devices.
So basically, I want to just tell you exactly what what they've caught and what they stopped. So federal authorities confirmed that the FBI successfully stopped an alleged New Year's Eve terror plot targeting Southern California and New Orleans. These 4 suspects in Southern California and the 5th individual in New Orleans were arrested and they have been charged. I do have pictures of those people, and 2 of them are women, 2 of them are men. I'm telling you, I'm seeing so much crime with women involved these days. Going back to this, investigators say the suspects planned to target multiple large logistics centers in LA and Orange counties using backpacks filled with pipe bombs, and they were timing it to detonate it at midnight when fireworks would mask the blasts. Authorities say the arrest happened last week in the Mojave Desert while the suspects were allegedly testing these explosive devices. This is devastating. I mean, my husband and I will drive to the high desert, which is in the path where, we're going up to Hesperia to see family, and we'll pass these logistics centers. You'll look over, they don't always say Amazon, but I'm not quite sure if this is what they mean, because there's no people there. There would be no people in those places. So I'm not quite sure why they're saying that they had planned to target multiple large logistics centers. I'm not quite sure exactly, what they're trying to say here. Because let's just say it was Amazon, people wouldn't be at work there. So I was unclear about that part. But the good news is it does appear that they've stopped it. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security issued a joint threat assessment on the 30th, which is now, at the time of making this video, is the 30th of December. And they were warning that lone actors and small ideological groups pose the most significant terrorism risk during New Year's celebrations. They're not really canceling the celebrations, but they are warning people. Officials describe the overall threat environment as elevated, and they go on to say, and basically, I was on X, and I was pretty much going to check more into this, and of course, I was digging, and I found more information about the cities. Of course, there are ones like Chicago, New York. We'll go take a look at that really quickly because I want to share what they said at Fox News.
Sounding the alarm ahead of New Year's Eve. Law enforcement agencies warning this week that large celebrations, including fireworks events, could be an attractive target for terrorists, saying there are no specific.
They definitely want to do it. They want to be famous is what they want to be. They don't even, most of them don't even care if they die. They'd like to go down and be famous. That's their goal.
Specific threats, but they are monitoring risks such as vehicle ramming attacks or the use of drones.
This is what threw me off when he said, drones. What? I mean, they actually do you understand? I've been in events and they'll have drones come over us. The drones are usually the news. They're just trying to, I just assume, see what we're talking about, but they've never carried, explosives. And if this is the situation, no one would really, if they really heard this and thought about it, I'm sorry, I don't think you would be going anywhere.
And in New Orleans, city officials are requesting heightened security after the FBI stopped a threat targeting Border Patrol agents. Authorities say the suspect is allegedly affiliated with an extremist group known as Turtle Island Liberation Front, the same group tied to an alleged New Year's Eve bomb plot in Southern California.
So this is another separate situation under that same group, which is followers of Islam. This is what they scream, death to America, and they shout certain things before attacking, and we've seen it over and over and over again. And so this is a serious time. I hope I'm trying to remember everything that I'm going through, and I'm seeing these stories. So we, of course, have these major cities. Oh, there was, one final thought. We do have the Rose Parade, and we're going to be getting rain. So they're going to do it rain or shine. But is this a thought that they're having a potential attack? I'm not saying that this, it has been announced as that they are on high alert for this at all. But these are just what I'm thinking here after just hearing that. So if you are going to any of these events, please be on high alert and definitely pray. And I'll be praying for our nation as well. Well, God bless. Happy New Year's, everyone. And I'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.
She's a really good person if you get to know her. Anyone got any New Year's resolutions? I will be popping over as we get closer to New Year's coming in. I got to worry a little bit about the copyright stuff, especially if there's music and that kind of crap in there. So
you have to make the punishment infinitely worse than the crime. And I'm talking about deporting the entire family, denaturalizing the entire family, sending the entire group of them back to Somalia. That's what needs to happen. And anybody complicit and anybody involved in this scam. And until we have a candidate and a person that's willing to do that, then I'm not really interested in voting, if you want me to be honest. I'm really not interested in voting because why is it that I'm going to vote for a slow rot of my country whenever the solution is so obvious? You can't flip the switch. Yeah, you can. You can easily flip the switch. You just do it. If J.D. Vance does not push for treason with capital punishment against Tim Walz, do not vote for him. If Trump does not deliver that, do not vote for him.
Well, Trump's not running again. No, some are saying that they're looking at him running for a third term because he didn't have two consecutive. That's why.
Unless the most extreme, dramatic, brutal, aggressive option is on the table, I'm staying home.
Although Big Mike might run. That hurt everyone down ballot. That's crazy to stay home.
I'm staying home, bro.
I'm not doing that. Here's a little humor. I'm going to keep this one for now.
If childcare is cut, I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
Check the prompter. Prompt just fine. Read the copy, please. The copy's good. Just read it.
That's pretty good. Oh boy, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, this was the other thing. I think. Let's do a nice one.
Double lock and put them in my car.
Dude, are you fucking serious?
I don't care if you record. You need to back up, okay? I don't care if you record. That's your First Amendment right, okay? Now I'm telling you to do that for our safety and yours, okay? Thank you. What was that?
You should be ashamed of yourself, bro.
For doing my job and
For your
enforcing
job?
the law?
Okay.
That's why? That's why?
What are you enforcing?
Immigration law. I'm with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, okay? Right now we're conducting a targeted investigation, targeted operation.
Well
If
said.
you need any information, contact the LA field office. Thank you very much.
This is not even LA. This is Orange County.
Contact the LA field office. That's all I'm telling you, okay? If you have any questions, you
Doesn't matter.
All right? Thank you very much. You guys.
ICE agents cover the whole nation. So what the bull crap are these leftists talking about?
Have a good one.
Jeez. I don't know. Unbelievable. Let's go here next.
Hey, I've been seeing a few videos
a
on
leftist.
here
Watch
about
this.
the whole
This a-hole. This is a total a-hole.
Nick Shirley thing. You know, the guy who was investigating fraud in Minnesota and basically trying to break into...
He wasn't breaking into any place. Bullshit.
Daycare centers, going up to the doors and saying, "Where are the children? Where are the children?"
Yeah, where are they?
For those of you out there who might be tempted to defend Nick Shirley, I just want to make sure that you're clear on one thing, because I know everybody else has dealt with everything else, like, you know, probably should have called the police, you know, because, you know, some creepy strangers going up the doors demanding to see children.
He did. They did call the police, and they were didn't want him to see anything there.
I'm just gonna. I just want to make sure we're absolutely clear.
leftists
Nick
are
Shirley
so
shows
dumb,
up
it's
to
ridiculous.
a fucking daycare center where any children associated with my family are, then he would have to consider himself extremely lucky if the only thing I do is call the police, because there are other options. Now, why would I call the police if some creepy dude showed up to daycare center demanding?
Creepy dude. Anyone going there to ask about the place? He even tried to ask to see about getting his child to go into that day, be a member of daycare.
See children. That's paperwork.
Seemed like a normal dude, anyways.
That's witnesses. I guarantee you nobody knew they were there to begin with, so I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Silly Billy.
Uh-huh. Sounds like a threat to me. I don't know.
We are suing Nick Shirley. Listen, we are litigious. We are litigious people. We are an ancient people. Y'all think some of those people got lawyers?
But assume for what? Taking your billions of dollars of stolen money from everybody?
Run the media, all that? We're the original. You cannot be anti-Kushetics. Okay, check us out, bro. You know our history. And now we're here to save America. Because clearly y'all can't deal with...
He's here to save America. Right.
Y'all can't deal with these folks. Y'all can't deal with Elon. Y'all can't deal with Trump. Y'all can't deal with Epstein. We got you. Can't deal with Zionists? It's no problem. We got you. I got you. Best believe. Best believe. Best believe. Best believe. Best believe. Best believe. When you come from the Somali people, we don't start nothing, but we damn sure as hell will finish it. Wrap that up, send that to Fox News. Wrap that up, send that to Fox News. I don't give a shit.
I think they're doing some of that to their own things so they can be the victim. They want to play the victim.
Listen, man, I got Somali blood running through me. You understand that? Y'all see the Somali features. I mog all of you haters. That's number one. I mog all of y'all. That's a fact. That's a fact. I mog all of you haters. You hear me? Y'all hate us for our beauty. Y'all hate us for our ancient culture. You guys hate us for our wisdom. You hate us for everything. And I can't get deported.
For your wisdom? Well, you also can be arrested.
Oh, we're here to sell you. We're here to save you. We're here to save the
He's here to save us. Oh, yeah, right.
American people. We're here to save you from the Epstein class. We're here to save you from the
Oh, so you're here to save us from all those pedo Democrats?
billionaires exploiting you.
Yeah.
We're here to save this country.
Yeah.
Because clearly, it's not
Yeah, you're becoming billionaires with milking our tax dollars.
been working.
Unbelievable. Annoying.
First things first, I'm actually so shocked that Trump is attacking us. I think Trump should be thanking us in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like, Somali Americans...
Yeah, you can become billionaires by stealing from us.
And it's making me sad and it's funny. Like, I know Somali who are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota and I leave so inspired. You have Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of. And it's so inspiring.
Where'd they get their money from?
To see that what my community can do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be...
And most of them don't speak English, even yet.
That successful. It should be really applauded.
No, you guys are not that successful in Minnesota. 89% of immigrant Somali households are on some...
Look at these numbers. 89% of them are on welfare.
type of welfare. You look above my head, you'll see that 23%
Hey,
are on
John.
cash. We go over to food stamps, you'll see that 62%
Bringing in the new year,
are on
playing
food
some
stamps.
clips
If we go to
until we
Medicaid,
get
you'll see
close.
that 86% are on Medicaid. So 89% of Somali immigrant families that have children are on some type of welfare in the United States. 89%. And this is coming from the Center for Immigration Studies. Now, in the vast majority of cases, if someone is on Medicaid, they are a net recipient in tax dollars, meaning the value of the benefits they receive from the government is more than they pay into the federal tax system. Again, that means they're a
By
net
far.
recipient. They are taking from the system more than they're contributing to the system. So essentially 9 out of 10 Somali immigrant families that have children are taking more in dollars than they are giving to our federal tax system. I wouldn't
far.
define that as success. Let's keep it real. We should also be paying attention to this and just not ignoring it. But let's go back. Look at the light gray. It says Somali immigrant households with children over 10 years in the US. So these families have had over 10 years in the United States. And there's only a 3% difference in the amount that are on Medicaid and not. So after they've been in the US for 10 plus years, 83% of these Somali immigrant families with children are still on Medicaid. Again, that is not success. And that's not being racist or hating. That's just reality. So please do
Facts.
not come preaching in our face something that is not true. Anyway, that's all I got for now,
You'd
guys.
think
Just
with
a
all those
reminder,
billions,
free
they
email
wouldn't need
newsletter.
it.
Send it out every morning. The link is in my bio. It's a great place to get direct information from me. And I go more in detail there than I do in many of these videos. So the link's in my profile. When you click it,
Amen.
you'll see the screen right here. Just drop your email in, hit subscribe, and you'll be good to go. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one.
Anyone got any New Year's resolutions? Too so much? No? Here's about an 11-year-old.
Hello, everybody. This is Billboard Chris here in my basement at home in British Columbia, my very festive basement. I'm sure some of you are thinking I have too many decorations, but there, of course, is no such thing as having too many Christmas decorations, and they can never stay up for too long. So to all you wives out there telling your husbands to take down those Christmas lights in January, you leave those good men alone. Christmas lights belong until at least March. Everybody knows this. Okay, let's get down to serious business here, which of course is my business of trying to stop the greatest child abuse scandal in the history of modern medicine. The totally insane practice of trying to change the sex of children with puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries. I'm going to read to you a message I received actually on Christmas night at 10:19 p.m. A young woman here in BC sent me this message about how she'd been harmed starting at the age of 11 after having suffered sexual abuse.
I'll be switching over when the countdown gets
because
close.
she didn't want to be
Last
a girl,
5 minutes or so.
because she wasn't loving being a female because of all this abuse.
I worry about the copyright things, if I play them.
Well, that meant she was trans. And so on her first appointment, this person started her on puberty blockers. Here's her message. Hi there. My uncle had met you recently and advised me to check out what you do. As a child victim of transgender ideology, now adult detransitioner, I wanted to thank you for your incredible work. I'm in BC, Canada myself, and at age 11 in 2015, I was brought in to see a gender specialist
anybody?
after coming across transgenderism on
I
YouTube.
plan to try to keep living. Stay
After
alive.
years of severe abuse, the notion that I could simply opt out of femaleness and avoid being assaulted again by another man sounded miraculous. I was so traumatized that I was mute, spoke maybe a few words to this doctor. She said that the lengths of my fingers were indicative of prenatal testosterone exposure that made me trans. And the things like hating my menstrual cycle and the development of my body, both of which started during my sexual abuse, were further proof I'd been born in the wrong body. What does that even mean? It's totally nonsensical. Born in the wrong body.
I got one more
She was a
Somali
doctor,
thing before
and I was a child, so I trusted her. She prescribed me puberty blockers after one session.
Yeah,
Now,
I could do
I'm not
that
releasing this
too.
doctor's name at this time. I've done some more research and gotten more information. I'm pretty sure this doctor's actually a man, identifying as a woman. And that would be very normal. We have so many trans-identified people who are now
Staying alive,
in healthcare
yeah.
positions doing this to kids. They're pushing their
My
own
goal is
ideology
200 years old.
onto these children.
Forget this 100 thing.
And they don't care what's happening to these kids because they just want to make them trans.
I have too many memories in my life.
She continues, this girl continues, this young woman continues, I was then put on testosterone at 16
I have a lot of good memories.
and underwent a double mastectomy the instant I turned 19, though the process started at 18.
Participating and coaching.
Never did any gender specialist I saw assess my mental health or take into account my trauma. The most they did was say I was depressed because I was trans and that hormones and surgeries could help me. Now at 21, I'm fighting for reconstructive surgery. MSP, the Medical Services Plan, covered the amputation of my perfectly healthy body parts as a teenage girl, but we're waiting to see if they care to help fix the damage. The entire realization of what happened to me was so horrible that I went into psychosis and had to be hospitalized for a month last year. I wanted to thank you for so bravely advocating against this evil. I have no idea if you'll read these messages, but thank you so much for what you do. I will share your page with as many people as I can in the hope that more will realize the damage that has been done and is still being done to our children and vulnerable people. Thank you. I posted this on X and on Facebook. A lot of people are horrified. They can't believe this is happening. Honestly, this is a standard
John,
story.
you're Central?
It's totally standard.
Marianne,
Sexual abuse is very common amongst these kids. We know this from studies. We know this from doctors like the former president of the American College of Pediatrics, Dr. Quentin Van Meter, who's still a practicing pediatrician. He tells me about 60% of these kids have been sexually abused. The CAS review confirmed all this. Anecdotally, if you read all their stories, it's always the same. It's autism, it's sexual abuse, it's trauma. Other things, but we know from the Tavistock in England, where all the kids went to this one gender clinic, that 70% of those children had 5 or more coexisting mental health comorbidities.
They're
They didn't have one or
causing
two
them.
things
All the
wrong. They had
drugs they're
5 or
giving them.
more. And so these are just troubled kids, and they're being told that the problem really is gender.
Yeah, so they can make
Gender.
more money off of them and kill us earlier.
You know what?
They don't want
We
us
don't
living long.
have gender identities. We have personalities, and personalities don't require sex change.
Oh, you're Central
This
Time
whole thing
too.
is a lie. It's one of the
you're gonna
greatest
see
deceptions
us
in the history of the human
Eastern
race.
Time Zone.
Nobody is transgender.
Go then, huh?
The positive
Okay.
message we should be sending is that our children are perfect just as they are.
All right, you're gonna watch the East have the New Year.
They don't
then.
need drugs.
Because that's the one I was gonna switch over
They
to.
don't
here
need scalpels. They don't need surgeries. They don't need their puberty blocked. They need love.
I don't know about your weather, but it's nasty today.
They need help.
Here in upstate New York.
They don't
Really
need to be
cold,
told that they were
fair amount
born
of
wrong.
snow, pretty windy.
Who does that? You have a troubled kid
all part of the
already
plan.
kind of hating themselves. And now you come along and you tell them, well, little boy, little girl, you were born in the wrong body. And they put a label of gender affirming care on this. What's it affirming? What's it affirming? It's affirming self-hatred, that they have to change their body to be happy. They have to sterilize themselves. They have
They
to
don't
cut
want
off
us
their
having
body
kids.
parts.
They want to get rid
They're
of
never going to be able to
white
have a family. This
Christianity,
is
especially
supposed to make them
males.
happier and fulfilled.
That's why they were all fighting edge men
It's
that were coming into the
insane.
country when.
And it's high time we all said so. So please
Sleepy Joe.
spread the word. And if you know a lawyer that can help this girl here in British Columbia,
Cold
please
and
let me know, because
snowy in
it's
Wisconsin,
very
kinda
difficult
like
to find
us.
someone.
We all
I'm
got
trying.
hit
I'm going
with
to
it.
keep trying, but we just have to keep spreading the message. So please help me. Thank you very much.
Do you see in Wisconsin there? I got some videos coming up that about the stealing they were doing and ballot stuff and all that. Let me. I want to bring up more from. I like this guy, Steve Turley. He was talking about the whole Somali thing here.
Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your back porch professor, on this crisp, cold final day of 2025. What a year it's been, and it may in fact be the final year of the Democratic Party as we know it. We're staring
I
straight
so
into
hope
the
so.
face of what is exploding into the single biggest political scandal in modern American history. And note I didn't say a financial scandal, right? I didn't say a money laundering scandal or a Minnesota scandal. This is all just tip of the iceberg. What's happening in Minnesota is shaping up to be a political scandal, the likes of which we have simply never seen. And it doesn't just implicate one corrupt politician or one corrupt state. This is a scandal that threatens to take down the entire Democrat machine. We're talking all across the country. Now, you may have heard that the feds have already arrested upwards of 100 people involved in the welfare fraud in Minnesota. But as it turns out, again, that's just the tip of the massive iceberg. FBI Director Kash Patel is calling the investigation precisely that. It is utterly massive. It is something we have never seen before. It's about a systematic looting of taxpayer dollars that reaches into the tens of billions. It touches multiple states, and it has Democrat politicians' fingerprints all over it. Now, a lot of this is coming on the heels of independent journalist Nick Shirley's amazing investigative work that shamed every single legacy media outlet in the nation. He did what the entire Minnesota government refused to do. He did what the legacy media refused to do. He actually physically visited these so-called daycare centers that were getting hundreds of millions of dollars in tax revenue. And in every single case, every one, he found nothing but basically empty buildings. No kids, just theft. And his video investigations already hit over 120 million views. That's 35% of the entire U.S. population. That's 70% of American voters. And he actually found 60 Somali-linked providers, all at one address in Minnesota. The Minnesota House Oversight Committee has already identified 45 daycare centers receiving at least $1 million each per year that were total frauds. And good old tampon Timmy Walls claimed Minnesota was investigating this a while back, but we're finding out that whistleblowers from his own health department said that he obstructed their investigation. And now we know why, because back in October 2023,
not much surprise there.
Walz bragged about expanding Minnesota's child care giveaway to over $300 million. And as it turns out, he wasn't fixing the fraud, he was funding it. But here's where it gets absolutely explosive. The historian Larry
when your temperature
Schweiker
goes
was
up and
writing
down
about
like that,
this
I
in the
hear it's bad
Substack
for your
the other
health.
day. Every
Goes up and
major
down that
department
fast.
in the U.S. government is now going to have a stake in exposing and punishing this. Everyone. Think about it. The Feeding Our Future fraud affects the Department of Agriculture, which oversees food centers. They're now investigating. The learning centers, you know, the ones that couldn't even spell learning, they misspelled it, they left out the first R, leaning.
They also doing Medicaid, Medicare type stuff, and all that stuff. Healthcare, and then also a taxing type service we were paying for.
That implicates the Department of Education. The fact that the perpetrators are 90% Somali migrants draws in the Department of Homeland.
How bad the left is trying to defend this.
And security. All the illegal activity brings in the DOJ. And then you add to that even the SEC. And that's because this was a multi-state fraud. If products were shipped in for fraud, it could also involve the Department of Transportation.
You're seeing this happen in one part of Ohio big time. The Democratic
In
area,
other words,
of course.
every element of the federal government has an interest in crushing this. Again, this isn't just Minnesota. The same fraud template has been found in Ohio. It's being uncovered in California.
Yeah, they are.
It's being found in Illinois, where the
Plus, they're also trying to play the victim, John. They're trying to play the victim like that. Like we're all racist and trying to go after them just because they're Muslim. That's what they're trying to claim.
DOJ has implicated hundreds of state employees in a comparable pandemic fraud. And here's the kicker. Assistant Attorney General Joe Thompson, who prosecuted the Feed Our Fraud scam in Minneapolis that Ilhan Omar had some association with, he says half of all Minnesota Medicaid expenditures were fraudulent.
Yeah, they want to
That's about
keep that gravy
$9
chain.
billion in one state alone. And if it's happening in Minnesota, you
see the Democratic coffers are getting pretty low lately.
can bet it's happening in every blue state hellhole where Democrats control the purse strings. And that's exactly where all of this is ultimately ending up. The feds are...
But they're going to do another government shutdown because these drug companies and med companies really want that money because they want that Obamacare to keep on going. And so they're going to fight tooth and nail to shut down the government again. They're going to do it.
Starting with the street level fraudsters, and then they're following the money all the way up the chain.
60
and that money trail leads directly to the Democrat machine. The same machine that flooded our country with unvetted migrants, the same machine that handed out billions of dollars in pandemic relief with zero oversight, the same machine that calls you a racist for questioning where your tax dollars went, right? We talked about that the other day. Tim Walz actually called the fraud investigation an example of white supremacy. We should tell you everything you need to know about what's going on here. I mean, the moment they run to the race card, you know they're covering up something, some scandal or another. And the beauty is that in the past, with the neocon rhinos overseeing the Republican Party, they were scared to death over being called a racist or a bigot. But now, with the new Trumpian revolution in full swing, the political right couldn't give a rip about being called racist because they know that that's just a veneer to cover up the Democrats' own corruption. Now, you notice as well, the same thing can be said about the legacy media's silence in all of this. No one, literally, not a single legacy media outlet is even remotely reporting on this unprecedented fraud ring. And that silence is absolutely...
You should see how hard CNN's going after any guests that are talking about this. They go after any Republican going after this. It's
absolutely deafening because it proves just how panicked the Democrats are. It proves they have no defense. It proves they can't spin this. It proves they can't blame Trump. And they certainly can't call it a conspiracy theory when 121 million people have seen the evidence with their own eyes. This is the scandal that really has the potential to destroy the Democrats.
Oh, I hope
the
so.
fraud investigations wielded by virtually every arm of the federal government are beginning to expand everywhere. Even HUD now, right? The Department of Housing and Urban Development, even HUD is looking at Biden's rental assistance program because they're finding that it was sending payments to not just illegal migrants, but also people who had been dead for years. So both non-citizens and dead citizens were getting tens of millions of our
How do they
tax
defend
dollars.
that one?
And again, it all goes to the top. It all starts and ends with corrupt Democrat politicians who swindled the American taxpayer out of literally billions. It's happening. The storm is here, and we're just getting started. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, make sure to smack that.
I'm going to play one of these, but I want to play a little short clip before that.
Hey guys, it's Nick Shirley. Well, we finally got him. Let's see if we can get a look at all these Democrats that were arrested after the nationwide fraud was uncovered. I guess these people really learned their lesson. Ilhan Omar. Her brother comes visit sometimes. Conjugal visits, if you know what I mean. Tampon Tim. I don't see any tampons in your bathroom, Tim. Crazy Nancy, best stock trader in the world. She's sobering up right now. Gavin Newsome. He probably drops the soap on purpose, if you know what I mean.
Another Epstein thing, huh? That's pretty funny. Okay, let me get out of this, and I'll find which one. Which one do you want to do? You want to do the Fox one or the New Year's? Let's do this one.
Oh, didn't stop. It's still snowing. You can see that.
Let's see if I can fast forward. I'm worried about copyright. Let me try to get this right up the top. There we go. New Year's coming. Now, it's going to be a slight delay because I'm probably getting it 10-15 seconds late. Let me get this right up to time. Happy New Year, everyone. There we go. Yeah, yours is going to be a little before mine. I'll probably be 20-30 seconds behind you. Hey, Rock.
Maria saying, hi, Stefan. I have not been able to New York yet, but thank you for the tour and wonderful year. Thank you so much, Maria.
Hey, any predictions on this upcoming year?
I hope you will be in New York soon.
Predictions?
Thank you so much, Maria.
I know Democrats are going to try anything and everything. I don't own the rights to this music. I know how YouTube and then knocks me off. If they knock me off, it'll be because of the copyright reasons.
Yeah, we gotta get ready. 2 minutes till countdown.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'll turn her up just at the last minute and everything. Any predictions out there? So, according to my thing, we got about a minute and a half. And I'm probably on delay to you. I know everything goes to delay there. Predictions on the new year? I know that if we lose the House, they're going to impeach him. And now, I don't know. They can't let him have the Senate, too, to convict him.
Thank you. No, you gotta
So,
say it. You gotta say it.
I'm going to have the sound down because of copyright reasons. You know, I'll turn it up here as the countdown actually happens.
You are too soft, not when with me. There is a guy waving with
I don't know. Has anyone ever been to Times Square? I've been to Times Square, but not when the New Year came in.
Megan was trying to hesitate to touch him.
No arrest? Oh, there's got to be arrest, John.
I know.
Or Rock. There's got to be arrest.
Okay, 1 minute, guys. The countdown will start.
It's got to be. You can't go the whole year without an arrest.
60-second countdown will start.
YouTube's Google's friends, yeah. Nothing happening. Yeah, I'd be so upset if there's no arrest. Here we go. you're probably a little bit ahead of me. All right. 59, 56, 55, 54. Most of you, it's going to be an hour from now for you. I'll play a few more videos after this. Those watching. I got a few more good ones. A little bit more. It's going to be 26 here. 25 where you are, probably. I wonder what they're going to have dropped this year. Yeah, so many people on it, it's freezing a little bit. Oh, someone got in front of his camera? Oh, I think all those paper things getting on his camera. There's so many people watching it. It's freezing. It's on there, right? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. When he gets arrested, it'll be someone bottom then. Yeah, that's where you got to start, though, a lot of times. And then they, well, that wasn't a big deal, really. They used to have that ball thing that would fall and all that. Yeah, but the rest, though, you got to have the lower ones to squeal on the upper ones. That's what they used to do. Work their way up. But I think they're so shielded. These judges will find ways to throw the things out of court and this and that, and block and delay. Really, that's what they're doing. Happy New Year, John. Soon for you guys. I used to stay up when my mom and dad were alive and used to play euchre down there and watch the New Year come in. My wife and my mom would get drunk and they'd passing the deal back and forth and cross-boarding and they would win. My mom was a good card player and my wife was not so much. Not for euchre. I don't know, does everyone else play euchre in your areas or is it just a Michigan, Rochester, New York thing? I don't know. I'm getting texts on Happy New Year and things. At least nothing's happened so far. I know people I talked to, there was some talk of ISIS type things happening. You know, some killings and that. They didn't have a big deal there. Like that ball that used to fall in there. No, I hear that Mondani wants to, once he becomes mayor, I hear that he wants to end this whole New Year and Easter, and he doesn't want a Christmas parade or anything. Indiana game of cards. Indiana has euchre, something called euchre. I didn't know if it was kind of a regional thing or not. It's a fun game. All right. Pause that and come back to that. I'll play a few more clips here while other things. I got some more clips on this. I think I played this one a little early, but it's funny. Some people are pretty inventive, I tell you. Oh, here's about the election.
I've not seen
the election stuff and the Fulton County votes. There's something going on in Wisconsin too.
the tapes myself, but we do not dispute that the tapes were not signed. It was a violation of the rule. Since 2020, again, we have new leadership and a new building and a new board and new standard operating procedures. And since then, the training has been enhanced. The poll watchers are trained specifically. They've got to sign the tapes in the morning and they've got to sign the tapes when they're done at the end of the day. When the tapes come back to the hub for, with all the documentation, they are checked again. And if somebody forgot to sign a tape, then Fulton initiates an investigation. But we don't dispute the
There was a Republican there that was running interference there.
allegation.
In Georgia. It's ridiculous. ICE. Oh, this is a good one. This one's a good one. A leftist tries to get in there with them. And what they've been doing is these leftists will get in the elevator and they'll keep locking the door so it won't close, and they'll keep push all the buttons. That they're trying everything to like they're having a tantrum.
Get out the fucking elevator!
They're trying to interfere. You did them too.
Who is that?
She got knocked down by the other person being pushed into her.
So, my name is...
Oh, this is ridiculous. Mix Crystal. MX? It's not even a gender.
Crystal, like Chex Mix. Can you guys say hi, Mix Crystal? Hi, Mix Crystal. Does anybody know what mix means? There's Mr. and there's Miss. Anybody seen mix before? No. So, mix basically means I'm non-binary. That means I don't identify as a boy or a girl. Which means when you talk about me,
Which means you shouldn't be teaching our kids.
smack, you're gonna say they. Exactly.
It's no wonder the kids come out messed up in the head.
A they, them. So, and I'm gonna ask you guys for example. So, I'm gonna tell you one. So, if you're gonna talk about like how like cool I am, you can be like, oh, Crystal is so cool. They have.
I know it's
cool
easy to
glasses,
get
they have
discouraged,
black hair,
Rock.
And they have a cool little shirt.
I think we got the best chance
Who can give me an example?
ever
Yes.
of having something happen.
That's so sweet. Not they, Crystal. Mix Crystal. But I love that. I love that you said they, Crystal. I'll take it, honestly. And that's all. I just want to share with you. So when we are...
They need mental help.
Just call me Mix Crystal. Or you can call me Crystal. Or you can call me they, Crystal, if you want. I think that's pretty funny. So...
This is insane. They need to be arrested.
The idea that this is a white nation that needs to be preserved is a fascinatingly disgusting view, because this country is one for the many.
Listen to this again.
The idea that this is a white nation that needs to be preserved is a
yes, it is.
Fascinatingly disgusting view, because
that's a disgusting view, that our nation shouldn't be preserved.
This country is one for the many.
Ugh, irritating.
Miranda, can you step out? I need to talk to you.
Why?
Because it's about the text messages you've been saying.
Now this one was texting threats against Trump.
From where?
I guess from you. Come here. Who's here with you?
My kids and me.
Anybody else?
What am I doing? I ain't doing nothing though.
You have a warrant.
I'm not doing nothing.
You have a warrant.
I got a warrant of what? Stop doing this to me. What did I do?
Miranda, listen to the words we're saying.
What did I do?
Who's here with you to take care of the kids?
What did I do?
You have a warrant.
My landlord's here. Please don't do this. Hey, who's yelling?
Miranda, we're good.
What did I do? Please stop. I didn't do nothing.
Can you listen?
What did I do?
Can you listen?
What did I do?
You have a warrant for written threats.
Written threats of what? Can I see from who? From who?
I will let you talk to them.
From who? No, wait. I want to get my shirt. I need my shoes. Wait, I need my shoes. Can I get a mask? Can I get my mask and stuff, please?
No one.
Just her.
Just her, and you can.
Come on.
Do you have any family in town?
Yeah, that's my big dad. Wait, can I get my shoes, please?
Yes.
Can I get my phone and stuff?
Can we call your dad? You do that now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What did I do? I didn't do nothing in my landlord here.
Thank you.
What did I do, though? What did I do? What did I do? Since I won't get mad. I won't get mad over there. What did I do? They killed my dog. They killed my dog. They killed my dog.
She won't be held for long.
Make it short, okay? Don't make it a big deal.
You need to do that.
I should just embarrass you to my landlord.
I got you. We'll explain it to him. We'll explain to him so you don't get in trouble.
I don't want to get kicked out.
We'll talk.
Let me pay your
I
rent.
think he's okay. Go ahead.
Oh, he's blocking me. Wait. Hang up. Okay, wait. You see the 561306367 card?
This one?
The purple.
Purple.
Right there. Yes. I'm on speaker. So it's just because of that, right? When I
We don't know. That's what.
Dad. Yeah. Can you come here to the house, please?
We already spoke with him. Oh, you did. Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay.
He's good. Grandpa helped me a lot. Yeah, my mom is in Texas. She's supposed to come down this year.
What do you think of that piece of crap? Now, here's some Somali leaders now. They're probably worried about their money chain coming in, the Somali leaders. So they're apologizing to Trump.
We accept the president's words. They came from a place of anger and disappointment. I'm sure many Americans feel the same way.
The president was right to let loose his feelings.
Yeah.
It shocked us into understanding the severity of the harm our people caused.
These criminals betrayed America's welcoming spirit. The scale of these crimes.
They're worried about losing their money. That's what they're worried about. Billions go back to Somalia. Pretty much half of their economy comes from the money that gets sent back to them.
Has stained the reputation of American Somalis.
America's freedoms allowed us to build a unique community here in Minnesota. In return, we must promise to weed out any evil living among us.
This evil came from within our community.
Does anyone else buy it?
And so, as an honorable community, we take responsibility. We must correct this wrongdoing.
The only way to regain the trust of this nation is to root out crime, stay humble, and be forever grateful. That's the premise.
So, as honorable Somalis, we are going to take on the responsibility of apologizing to all Americans. We are deeply, deeply sorry.
The shame of this will haunt us forever. And hopefully over time you will come to forgive us. Thank you.
You think they're worried about getting their losing their welfare and getting deported? I think so. I don't know. Now watch these leftists about biology.
Are they learning this garbage?
If you know anything about basic human biology, at conception, originally, everyone starts out as female, and then you don't develop.
Where the hell was she getting that? She doesn't know that there's XX and XY chromosomes?
Start developing until like 6 weeks, and basically you're just like a blank slate, but the genetics are female.
So based off of legislation, Trump has now declared that every single person in the United States is female because at conception.
Yeah.
Can you go into that a little bit more? I literally have never heard that before. So at conception, we're all female based on...
Yeah, basically, like, nothing started developing yet, and that doesn't come until a later point of development when everything starts differentiating.
Okay.
They need shock
The sex hormones are, like, in such a way, it's kind of the same reason why men still have nipples.
Yeah.
And it doesn't start differentiating until so far in, and then everything kind of breaks off, but at conception, we're all basically female.
So at conception, when the sperm and the egg meet, are you saying, like, the chromosomes aren't there for female, they aren't there for male?
The chromosomes are there, they just haven't started, like, coding for everything yet, so it just takes a while to split off into male or female.
Well, at conception, if the chromosomes are male, then wouldn't we be male? Like, if there's an XY chromosome at conception, then that would be a boy.
From what I've heard from a lot of the Kurdish people I've talked to, Islam is a split off from Jewish, actually. That's why they all do the Haman thing, not eating ham and all that kind of stuff. He was, who was the leader? I forgot. Muhammad was Jewish, actually, and then he left and created his own religion, I guess. That's what I've heard. I don't know. People in the chat can correct me.
I'm not a biologist, and what I can say is encourage people to go read actual scientific documentation and go educate themselves.
Yeah, I am a biology major, and I can say that biology does not make sense, and you really just have to read about it and make sense of it yourself, because if someone trying to explain it is not the greatest thing, unless it's someone who, like, knows it in and out.
Right. I also graduated with a biology degree like a million years ago at this point.
These leftists that coming out of these colleges are just so insane. You just have to laugh at them sometimes.
And I will say that at conception, we are either male or female because at conception, we're a person and we are either male or female because the sperm and the egg meet and there's either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome that's given by the father. And so that's either XX or XY. We are not all female at conception. We're either male or female from the beginning of conception, from when we were first made.
Again, I'm not an educated official on any of these subjects. So I'm not going to speak or misspeak on anything to then have it be construed by people on the internet. So I'm just going to say, read up and educate on issues. And
That's really the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah.
It's coming out of our colleges. They're so programmed to hate. Watch this leftist. Unbelievable.
Hey, FYI, at this point, climate change, irreversible. Irreversible. We're stuck with this. Thank you to all the people who were like,
bullshit.
They said 40 years ago the bad stuff was going to happen, and it's been 40 years and nothing bad happened, so we don't care anymore. You're stupid.
It's because you damn leftists was pushing all that crap to take more taxes from us and make us try to drive these electric cars so China can make all that money with the batteries from them.
I'll tell y'all again. Leave Somalians alone, okay? Leave them alone. I don't care that they created daycare businesses with no kids. I don't.
Oh, she doesn't care if they steal billions from us.
Care that they said that their children were autistic and ain't a spectrum within that.
And got more money from us for that.
Child's eye. We need to flip the script and focus on the real fraudsters, are the Europeans, and we're going to start with them Jews. And the only reason why they don't focus on it enough is because they run the media. Okay, did you see what these Jews did?
So they're going to keep stealing money from us because they hate someone else more.
In Lakewood, New Jersey, okay, they hit them folks on the head with millions of dollars. They were making millions of dollars, but still reaping benefits of welfare, housing authority, SNAP, you name it.
Sounds like what you're doing.
And it's really unfortunate because now
the whole system,
it's on hold. So for the people who really need the services, they can't get it because of these scamming Europeans. Okay, we need to amplify that, and let's not worry about our Somalian sisters and brothers. Okay, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Yeah, they need to steal more money from us. Go pee up a rope. It's inflationary for one. Here's a trans dude claiming that independents are leaving Trump.
Hello, my name is Scarlett Kelly, and I am officially declaring war on the Republican Party. If you are a Republican on TikTok and you want to interact with me, you deserve to die. You deserve to be shot.
We need to be shot, I guess, by this trans dude.
You deserve whatever suffering could possibly come to you. If you are a Republican
nice, huh?
and try to start any of that kind of nonsense with me in person, you will lose your life. This is war. I am not joking. It's done.
Yep,
you are not an American anymore.
Thing.
You're out. You're off the list.
He's a retard.
You've been naughty. Like, come on. We're gonna start.
You're not supposed to use that word, Brock.
In the form of massive stones on top of a slab of wood on top of you.
Have a good night, John.
Have a wonderful day.
Not gonna stay up for the new year there, huh? I got probably about 7 more short videos. Here we go.
Why is every single man that I'm attracted to a Republican?
He's got an
It probably has something to do with the fact that we don't dress as women and go in women's bathrooms.
Yeah, maybe.
We all actually look like men. Just saying.
Yeah, I think Soy Boy with purple hair and piercings all over the place isn't very attractive.
How you doing, man?
I just want to ask you.
Yes, sir.
This guy's ridiculous. This is insane, this guy.
Sensationalizing propaganda.
I lost it.
What are we sensationalizing?
To attack our community. What's your final objective?
We're not attacking your community by any means.
Are you making good money from this?
We're looking for fraud.
No,
For instance, can you answer our question? Where's Safari Transportation Company 607?
1 second.
It's not there.
How much money are
we really
you?
don't.
How much money are you making?
Dreamline Security.
How much money are you making?
I make money off of
this?
YouTube. That's how I make my money.
Exactly. So you're making money off of sensationalizing.
That my job
and attacking the Somali community.
I'm not attacking you guys. We're asking.
Telling the truth is attacking the Somali community. They're worried about losing their money.
I'll tell you the reason why this is happening. All right, let me tell you the reason why you're attacking
fraud,
this.
Correct?
Yes.
This has nothing to do with race. This is fraud.
This is absolutely has to do with us being Muslim.
No, it does not.
All right, and us being from Africa. This is a constitution.
Maybe it's your culture there. That might have something to do with it. But that's on your side.
No argument. If you don't want us here, change the freedom of religion. Say, listen.
No, we don't want you here. You got that right.
You don't want Muslims in this country anymore.
We're not saying that.
No. Because when I go onto your comments, when I go onto your comments, what I see is people that say we do not want Muslims here. Kick every single Muslim in Minnesota out of Minnesota.
Maybe because of what you've done.
You're preparing for the Somali community to maybe be taken to concentration camps, just like the Japanese community. All right, you're sensationalizing.
No, we're not.
All right, something that
we're asking about.
What you do. You hate Muslims.
I'm not saying I hate.
You hate Muslims. Why are you attacking us? Are we the only community that suffers because of fraud?
We're talking about.
Are we the only community that does fraud?
You're one of the biggest ones now. You need to catch them all. Billions of dollars, yeah, I would say so. And then all the ones on welfare and the ones that shouldn't be, they're here illegally besides.
Let me say something.
About fraud.
We have, 1,000 providers?
Yeah, you guys have a...
Even it's 2,000 providers. Okay, you want to sacrifice the safety of 80,000 people because of fucking 2,000 providers? Are you fucking mad? Are you stupid?
I'm not stupid.
And the billions and all that kind of stuff. And I would be calling you the stupid one. I would have lost it if I was him.
You're sensationalizing. What about if a mass shooting happens in Minnesota? It will be because of you. If one single Somali gets hurt, it's because of you. Sensationalize this. You son of a bitch. Sensationalize this.
Wow, you're
Get the fuck out.
They're the ones that are the violent ones.
Out of our neighborhood.
Very nice.
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
Can you tell me where the
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
I would say go pee up a rope in the middle of January.
We don't want you here.
Oh, your neighborhood.
Get the fuck out of here.
See if it freezes over.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You want to sensationalize? You want to clicks?
That's the left for you.
You want clicks? You got clicks. You want to click? You want the YouTube? You want the YouTube clicks? You got YouTube clicks. Now get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the
Get the fuck out of our community.
Tell me where the...
You stupid racist motherfucker. Say I don't want Muslims here.
Oh, I would have lost it with him. I would have lost it with him.
Say it.
Gotten
Say I want to change the Constitution, and I want to change freedom of religion, and I don't want Muslim Somalis in Minnesota. Kick them out. I was born in this country.
Donald Trump, third presidential win, exposed the fraud. Yeah, that's true. Actually, he's won 3 times. I think he could win again, actually. It wouldn't be an easy thing with the left and everything. Mouse trolls just like in here.
All right, we are at Halauli Safia Child Care Center in Kent, Washington. They have received $863,000 since 2023. I don't see any signs right off the bat that it's a child care facility. There's no car seats, there's no children's toys, nothing like that.
No, this one's in Ohio, not out in Wisconsin or Minnesota. Minnesota was the other one.
So we're gonna go in and we're gonna check it out.
They have a nice house.
Hi, is this Halauli childcare?
Yeah, trigger words.
No, there's no childcare here.
Rock, which time zone are you?
There's no childcare. All right, guys, we were just at Halauli, what's allegedly Halauli Child Care Center in Kent, Washington, which is right behind me right here. We went up to the door.
He's probably benefiting financially from it. So they use the racist card, play victim.
The exact address listed on the state website, receiving over $800,000 in 2023. They claim there's no child care here.
A couple $100,000 for the cars.
I went and tried to ask the neighbors if there was daycare there. Nobody answered, but I could see the people who lived in that house peeling the curtains back, because just like all of the other places, all the curtains were drawn. You couldn't see in or anything. They're peeling the curtains back and watching me as I walk around to the neighbors' houses, and they're scrambling and yelling.
Okay, Rock, you're up late for you. I am
what's
too.
Up with that? Pretty
I live
weird.
About an hour from
so
Niagara Falls.
I'm out of the field now. I'm back at the house, and I'm looking at this Halauli Safia children's daycare on their government webpage.
We got
and their licensed capacity is 9, just like the other place. And their total available slots, meaning the total amount of children they can take on, is 6. Meaning this daycare is only serving 3 children. I mean, I think it's likely they're not serving any children, considering they told me they're not a daycare. But at most, there could be 3 children being served by this place, and they're raking in $800,000 since 2023. I've now pulled up one of their inspection reports for Halali, and what you see is, again, short-term, long-term, serious and immediate risks. The government defines serious and immediate risks as risks that pose serious risk of injury, illness, or even death for children that attend these daycares. And this is the most recent inspection report with no indication that it's been corrected or fixed. And they're still raking in hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't even understand how this is possible. A normal inspection report for one of these daycares is like 2 pages long. But look at this. It just goes on and on and on with short-term, long-term, serious, and immediate risks. On and on. I mean, we're not even, I don't even know how far, we're not even halfway. You can see the scroll wheel on the side. This is how long this report is. It should be only 2 pages.
And every time they've been closed down, they just open under a different name.
Pages. Look at this. I mean, we have to be 20 pages deep at this point. So that inspection I just showed you, the horrendously failed inspection, was in February of 2025. But if we come over here to their funding, like check this out. February 2025, they received $32,840. In March, another $32,688. In April of 2025, $32,688. And again, like there's no indication that these issues were fixed. This is 207 is the most recent inspection that's
well, we also have a lot of DEI hires in the field.
Occurred for this place.
It's part of the problem. Plus, there's probably some kickbacks. All right, I'm going to end it with this funny one. I think I played it earlier, but it's so funny I want to play it again. This is good.
If childcare is cut, I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
Check the prompter.
Someone's supposed to say that, huh?
Read the copy, please. The copy's good. Just read it.
She wasn't supposed to admit that. So, well, everyone have a happy new year. I'll see you later this year, the new year. For some of you, it's still last year. And God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, I should be on tomorrow. You know, probably around 5 or 6. I don't know. If VV's doing it. Does anyone know if VV's doing one? If she's not, I'll probably come on more like 6, more like a weekend time. But we'll see. All right. God bless everyone. Hopefully we'll get some arrests this coming year. I'm rooting for it. It seems like they've got to arrest somebody. I just hope it's some of the higher end people, that'll lead to them, and then I think they'll be ending a lot of this spending, at least, and the money laundering going back to the Democrats and that. We got to win midterms, got to win it. Otherwise, it's going to be hell. All right. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.